Hi Aries, welcome to your June 2020 reading. My name is Jade. You've got a little bird right here for you that's visiting, and that is a California Toei. If you want to look up the spiritual meaning, I'm pretty sure it's to do with like step by step ways forward and planning. There is so much happening for you, my darling, for the fire signs in particular, because we have a full moon in your sister sign of Sagittarius, or your brother sign of Saggy, and you're going to be feeling it as well. It is electric. There's going to be changes. There is going to be new insights. Aries, what I got for you is there is a sense of, of grounding, because there is so much going on. Drink extra water during this time. It is a partial lunar eclipse as well. We do have the Venus retrograde in Gemini, so there is going to be communication, particularly from the past, that's going to be coming back in as well. But I think you're really feeling quite well-rounded right now, Aries, and feeling that sense of positivity that's going to be coming in. There is going to be just this new outlook on something. So let's get straight into it with the card. We're going to be using the Serpent Fire Tarot to kick things off. Then we'll do your romance, angel, spirit animal. We've got the fairy cards here today. So much for you, Aries. So much in store. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So make sure you check out all those signs. All right. All those parts of your sign. If you're not sure what that is, then you can simply go to a free birth chart if you know what time you were born. We do have the North Node at the moment in Gemini and South Node in Sagittarius, and because they are a fellow fire sign, you're also going to be feeling the effects of that. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Pop that there. Okay, interesting. Yeah. So Aries, so this is a gorgeous card. So this is your energy for June. You can see that she has this gorgeous, like, she's connected to the light. Basically, this is that new perspective, that new idea. It's like connecting to source, all right? There's also this void here, and this can be our fears. It can be like a tendency to like put yourself down, like to get sucked into that fear, So it's like to come out of this energy. Oh, by the way, the birds say hello. They need to fly for the fire sign readings, because that's exactly what's going to be happening for the month of June. It's really going to be a lot of movement, okay? And that comes through the spiritual growth, the thought, and literally dancing as well, Aries. Like, I see you just looking good and just like moving, that energy. So this is like, a mantra to use for this card is like, I accept myself in all stages of the process. It's like I accept myself with the light and the dark, but it's like, we have those times or those days or those moments or those weeks where it's like things feel slower or things feel forward moving, and all is just as divine. And for your next card, so for the past, you got the 10 of Pentacles. So what this is saying is that you've come from this place where it's like, yeah, there has been fear, there has been concern, there has been, not knowing what to do with this creative, natural energy, or, which path to take. But you've overcome it, and you've done that with community, with reaching out to people, by finding common ground with others, by discussing your feelings, and that's really brave of you, Aries, and that's really amazing. We just have 4442. So you're totally, you're being supported in this time, and still, still with that sense of community even with what's happening in the world. And that's what's so beautiful about you, Aries, just that ability to bring people together, you know, to be able to communicate your feelings. It's amazing. So what we have coming up for you for June is this gorgeous card, the Page of Wands. So as you can see, this one this figure is got hands on hips, very like looking out, like it's strength. It's strength that's coming through for the fire signs this month. It's like, I see what's ahead. It's like this, it could look like a dark forest, you know, it could look like a bit like those fears, like how do I cross this terrain? How do I go forward? But what you see, Aries, is this. And that is so beautiful. You are tapped into this higher connection. You see the fireworks. You see the light at the end of the tunnel. You see the possibility and where you're going. And it's really, it's magical, Aries. It really is. It's just gorgeous. I absolutely love it for you. It's freedom. You know, freedom from fear, and that's what's going to be happening, you know, for June. You know, coming out of those shadows, bringing in the light. So you also got, just to clarify, that one is King of Cups, and this is like that focus area. So peacock, there's the symbol of beauty. You know, you're really going to be exhibiting this. I feel like, Aries, you get the peacock in like every read. I don't think any of the signs have got peacock, maybe one of them, but this year is like, you're just like in this sense of beauty. But this figure is looking after all of these animals. This month there is a strong communion, especially for the fire signs, with animals, actually for all of the signs, because Virgo was very, you know, getting so many messages for birds, but you guys as well. So if you take, you know, a stroll outside some time in June, you know, as much as possible for this fresh air, for that vitamin D and sunlight, because we're working through that solar chakra. You know, it's like envisioning that color yellow or that color gold, but listen for the birds or view them. My birds are pulling the blind. Are you pulling the blinds down? So the animals are going to be communing with you, and you've got, this is a little donkey or a tiny foal. I think it's a foal. Just beautiful, Aries. But this is showing like this protection for your family, this loyalty, this looking after the ones you love, the ones you care about. It's acts of selflessness. You could be volunteering this month, or just, you know, it's like you're thinking outside of the box, Aries. I think this full moon is really going to propel you forward. That's happening. There's a lunar eclipse on June 5. It's like you're dropping, like what the birds are doing here. It's like you're dropping what doesn't serve. It's like you're just like, just going for it. And then, yes, the unicorn, the Fool card. So magical, Aries. This is taking that leap of faith, leaving those fears behind, leaving that old chapter behind. It's freedom. It's like you're finally trusting yourself, you know, trusting the universe. Aries, that is amazing. Okay, let us see what your romance angels say for the month of June. Passion. That's it. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. You know, sometimes like fears can hold us back, because it's like you want to be happy, but you're like, but what if this happens? And you don't want to get too happy in case this happens. This is your month to allow the joy in, to drop the fears and to feel the passion and the joy. You know, it's like we can sometimes allow ourselves to feel the fear to that full extent, and then we sort of sort of hold ourselves back from, from some of this sometimes. But this month is allowing you to really to be yourself. You are, the passion sign. So stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance and soulmate. So this is new love, Aries. This is, it could be new love, but it's like you've known each other before, where it's like, it doesn't feel like new love because you're like, well, this is great. Or it's someone from the past, which is highly likely as well because we have a Gemini retrograde. Okay, so it's again a lot of passion, but it's going to be, it's like the card is saying, like, confirming that this is your soulmate, Aries. Yes. All right. I'm interested to see what your spirit animal is here. Wow. Yeah. It's light coming in, the bat, that intuition. You're totally connected. 11:11, as I said that on the time. Bats are attracted to the light. They can see in the dark. It's like, again, you're seeing through that fear. I want to get one more. One more for Aries. Oh, you got two. This is so good. The cat energy, the panther. This image was coming through so strongly for Sagittarius as well. It's dynamic. It's like the panther can sometimes, often, bring in a moment that can feel like a tower moment, okay? It can feel like, you might want, it's like, you're like, why, okay? It's like, why isn't this working? Or why didn't this pan out to the way that I envisioned or wanted it to or felt like it should? But the panther is aligning you to the right path, to the path that's going to be even brighter. Okay, the panther doesn't like stagnant energy, and neither do you, Aries. Okay, so the panther is, it's like stirring things up to align you. And you got the rabbit. And the rabbit, again, the rabbit can live in fear, or it can hop around freely in all its gentle beauty and fearlessness. It's smart, it's intelligent, but it is going through, it's like fearlessness, creativity, freedom. Aries, amazing. So Aries for June, let's see which angels are supporting you here. The Aries for June 2020. Okay, so we got Desiree. It says, no, conditions aren't favorable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help, guide, and comfort you. Okay, so this is that struggle, that obstacle, that like, why isn't this working, this? And it's because if you're going to receive this guidance, I really feel like it is going to happen. If it hasn't already happened by the time you see this, it's going to happen at the full moon, okay, or the partial lunar eclipse, where you're going to receive this guidance and you're going to be like, okay, that's why it wasn't right then. That's why it wasn't working out then, because it's meant to happen this way. You're going to see this new perspective. You also got a star. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. Aries, you're staying true to yourself. And you got Seraphina. And this is the angel of happy families. There's going to be a positive, beautiful change in your family. One of your family members may be pregnant. It may be you. Or you may be moving. You may be starting a family and going to a rescue and picking out the pup or the bird or the fish or the tortoise or someone that's going to join you on your journey as a beautiful guide, friend. But there's going to be a positive change in your family dynamics. Aries, it's wonderful. truly. Let's see which crystal card and chakra you have. Higher connection and selenite. The raising of a vibration, you know, of the frequency. It's going to be, you're going to feel that light energy come in, Aries. These are really, like, I just read for Sagittarius. I'm reading for you guys now. It's very, and my meditation for Leo as well. It's very like a similar cocoon of energy. There is different, you know, tangents, pathways, but it's very much about higher connection. It's very much about raising frequency and these new perspectives coming in and this new creativity. This is just, it's a new focus, new love, new project in alignment with that highest self. Okay, we have an ant here that is on the butterfly cards. Come here. So today I found a ladybug, a lucky ladybug in Whole Foods, and saved her. She was so beautiful. And it just felt like such a blessing. She was on mustard greens. And I went through the checkout and held it like she was on my arm, crawling up here, going through trying to save this ladybug. And then on the way out, the guy says to me, you know, at the door, he's like, good luck. I'm like, wow. All right. But that's what it feels like for the fire signs for the month of June. It's like, it's good luck coming in. Okay. And then ants, of course, it's like that working together, and that's really, and protecting their own. And Aries, that's exactly what you're doing. Okay. Let's see. So you got gracefully aging, and it's like you're accepting you and the journey, and just like this beautiful, strong sense of confidence that you're exhibiting, Aries. It's really beautiful and an inspiration to others as well. You got family changes again. Oh, you know, that's beautiful. It's like these things are coming into alignment, and you got get some rest, honoring, you know, that time of you know, quiet, of reflection, of going within, and then honoring that step, you know, movement forward as well. But it's going to be, you know, it's like being gentle with yourself when things seem turbulent or confusing, because, you know, it's not easy sometimes to find out the truth, okay? Or to find out, you know, that something's not working, or that something's not going to be what you expect. But having faith and trusting that it is for the highest good, and just getting through that moment, you know, to see how and why this is the case. So getting some rest in those times, because there is this light coming in for you. Aries, I want to do one more card. Let's see. Let's do a little fairy message for you. I feel like, Aries, you go for it and love yourself first. This is dropping the self-sabotage, or this, you know, any like putting yourself down, you know, any of that. It's like, nope. You know, love yourself first, and you can, oh, and then victory is yours. Oh. Aries, 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 I love you all so, so much. Like and subscribe to join me in July. Have an amazing June. Thanks so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you next month, and have a beautiful, blessed now. Ciao, ciao.